Hey J Flowers, I am Jasmine J. Welcome back to. Okay, so y'all read the title. I'm gonna let y'all in on my labor and delivery and let y'all know how that went. Like, yeah, let's get into it. So, few days leading up to my labor and delivery, I went to the hospital a few times because I wasn't like feeling him move as much, like be as active as much. And so, I called my doctor and basically she was just like, go to the hospital if you feel like, he's not really, been as active because you just want to make sure he's good, he's safe and all that. And I was like, you're right. Like, I'm gonna go because I didn't want to like go and then it'd be okay. But she was just like, if you ever have a feeling, just go. So I went. And guess what, y'all? That little one over there, as soon as we get to the hospital and I get hooked up to everything, he is kicking up a storm. Like a storm, having hiccups, just moving around, enjoying his whole little, unborn life inside the womb. I'm just like, dude, okay. And so, we'll be there for a few hours, and then I get sent home. So, I know a few videos back I told you I was going to open up about how my pregnancy was and everything like that. And y'all, I had gestational diabetes and I had preeclampsia. So, having gestational diabetes, I had to, watch my diet and eat different things and watch like the carbohydrate intake and watching everything. Like I had to only drink water, basically no sugars, no extra salt, and all of that. Like I was really, really swollen from the preeclampsia, like a lot of fluid. And gestational diabetes is very common. Like it doesn't matter like how healthy you eat, how unhealthy you eat. Like it doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter. Like any pregnant woman can get it. Anybody can have it. And so, at first it really bothered me because I'm not no skinny girl. So, and I'm not like no big girl. I'm like in between. So I'm just like, okay, why do I have it? Like, I haven't had any health issues before I got pregnant. Like, it really bothered me because I'm just like, why do I have it? And then come to find out, it's like very, very common. It doesn't matter your size, your weight, no, like none of that. And so, but it was a lot because I then had to go see a specialist doctor. So I had two doctors for my pregnancy, and I had my OB, and then I had the specialist. And so it came to a point where I had to start taking my blood sugars, like pricking my fingers and stuff. It was not fun, like whatsoever. I had to make sure the numbers were within range. If it was too high, it's like, okay, you gotta think about what did you do different for the numbers to be elevated. So it's like you consistently had to watch what you like ate. And then it's like basically you're on a diet and you're pregnant. Now y'all, what pregnant lady want to be on a diet? I want to eat what I want to eat, like, and I couldn't. I'm just like, I want some fries. I want some, I want what I want, and I couldn't have what I wanted. And so, that was pretty tough. I was waiting to have my next, sweet or fried food because, it was just really tough. So yeah, I had to prick myself, I believe, 4 times a day, probably 4 or 5. Before breakfast, 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after lunch, and before bed. So 4 times. And y'all, it wasn't cool. But I stayed good. My numbers were good. Every time I went to the specialist doctor, they checked my chart because they gave me a chart and I had to write down my numbers and all of that. And I was good after that. Then the further along I got, because I didn't find out I had gestational diabetes until I want to say I was probably 28 weeks. I think I was 28 weeks. Because I failed my first test. So I kind of dragged my feet on taking the second one because I was nervous about it. But it was like, if you don't take this, you will have a stillborn. And like 2 doctors told me that. And that really, it messed with my head because I'm just like, that's a really messed up thing to say. Why would you say that? Like nobody wants to hear that. And so I guess to like put fire under my feet. So then, I went ahead and took it. I took the 3-hour test. I failed all 3 or 4 or whatever. So yeah, I definitely had gestational diabetes. So then, we had to move forward aggressively. And like, I was just really starting to become like very, very swollen. And, it was like a pain that was under my breast, and it hurt so bad. Like it was so sharp pain, like couldn't do nothing. It got to a point like I couldn't really drive. And they rushed me to the hospital because just try to make sure that I didn't have any protein in my urine, because that determines if you have preeclampsia or not. And you do a 24-hour urine test, and I had protein in my urine. So I had that, and I had the swelling, and so it was just like I had to really just watch out for myself for the sake of him and myself. And so then they was talking about inducing me, and then yeah, it was like happening so fast. Like the closer you get to your due date, or when you're supposed to deliver, you start to go to the doctor every week to get checks. Actually, I'm sorry, I was going to 2 doctors twice a week. Like that was annoying. And one was to get an ultrasound done, make sure everything was okay. He was okay, growing at a normal rate. And the other one was just regular OB stuff, making sure everything is good. Like like baby is measuring good and at the right speed and all of that. And it was like right after my baby shower, because I had my baby shower when I was 35 weeks. At 36 weeks, I had my appointment with my OB. And like I said, y'all, previously, there had been talk about them inducing me at 37 weeks. So, it was just kind of like they kind of dropped the ball on trying to prepare for it. So, 36-week checkup. They was like, what did the specialist say about, getting you induced, because, you have preeclampsia and we don't want, things to go bad. We just want to keep you healthy and the baby healthy. So we want to induce you. And so I was like, do what you gotta do. At that point, y'all are over it. Like, I was just like, do what you gotta do. Like, And at the same time, you know, I'm just like, if it's gonna be a risk to wait longer, then, you know, let's not wait. So then there was like, well, we're gonna schedule you next Tuesday. I believe my appointment was like Thursday or Friday. And I'm just like, Tuesday? Oh, okay, that's fast. And so I believe that Sunday I went to the doctor again because my blood pressure was elevated. I believe they said, was it, or was it Monday? Monday, because I had another appointment, you know, so I could do all my paperwork before the induction. It was Monday, and and you know, they checked my blood pressures. It was like really elevated, and so it was like, you know what, you just need to hurry up and go to the hospital. Go ahead and just grab all your things as if it's, you know, that time. And so there was like, just go ahead, because they might keep you since you'll be induced. Not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. They wanted to wait until I was exactly 37 weeks. Not 36 weeks and 6 days, like they wanted to wait until I was actually 37 weeks. And so, you know, I called his dad. I was just like, it's time. We gotta go. Wrap it up. Let's go. And so, he was like, for real? And I was like, yeah. He was like, bro, it's not December. Y'all, I had him in November, like, November 25th. Like, barely almost made it. He was almost a little turkey baby, okay? And so, you know, he was like, it's not time yet. It's not December. And I was like, look, we gotta do what we gotta do. Come on. And I was like very nervous, but excited at the same time. And yeah, I was just ready to be done with it, like done. And so we get there, and you know, they're just monitoring me, like checking my levels and everything, having him on the monitor, making sure he's okay. I had to wear the blood pressure cuff like the whole entire time, and I'm just like, can y'all please just take it off, like it's hurting my arm. And they, you know, they would take it off here and there, but then it was like, you really gotta like keep it on, because that's what we're checking for, to make sure your blood pressure is okay. And I'm like, okay, but it was so annoying. Like every 15 minutes, something squeezing your arm and you feeling numb in the hand. Like, no. And so then we ate before we got there. We ate before we got there because we knew that they probably was gonna be like, we can't eat. So I'm like, we gonna eat before we get there. And so yeah. I know I'm talking so much. Like it's a little story time, okay? Y'all go get y'all wine and stuff. Shoot, where am I at? Anyways, so yeah, there was just, you know, I promise y'all, I had the best team. They was awesome. Like making sure I was okay, checking up on me, and you know, doing what they, you know, going above and beyond. You know, they made me feel so comfortable. They was just everybody was so nice, so sweet. So then they was like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and keep you here. Like it was nighttime at that point. It was like, we're gonna go ahead and keep you here. Mind you, it's Monday, and they was like at 12 o'clock a.m. Wednesday, we'll go ahead and induce you at 37 weeks. So I had to wait a full day. I was there for a full day. And then at 12 o'clock, they went ahead and induced me. So, you know, first of all, let me go back to the cervix exam. Cervix exam. Something not right with that. Like, ain't nothing right about a cervix exam. Like, whole fist to the elbow, all up in there. That ain't right. Like, And apparently mine is far. So I'm just like, Lord, no, that's not right. Like, uncomfortable, it hurt. And then, like, it got to a point, back to the hospital, it got to a point they consistently was checking it to see how far dilated I was once they started me on my medicine, like started the induction process. And they would check. It got to the point it was swollen, like it hurt so bad for them to do it, like tears. And like I had so many things just going on. So once they started the process of the induction, I had this thing inside of me, it's like a little balloon thing that, starts to expand, or I don't know. It starts to dilate me. And so I want to say 12 hours later, because I was, in and out sleep, and then I was in pain because the contractions started to come. I wanted to go natural. No. Like, no. Like, I couldn't use the bathroom. I couldn't use it. Like, that pain is something else. Like, pressure in your butt. That's all it was. It's just pressure in your butt. Like, it makes you feel like you gotta use it. And it was like, no, that's the baby head. And I'm like, please, hey, can you just get a belt? Because I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do this. And so yeah, it was just going back and forth to the bathroom. So I had to, his dad was, being very, very like helpful, helping me with everything. Like making sure, checking behind the nurses, making sure, when they'll turn his little heartbeat down, and he'd turn that thing right back up. And, he'll just like, okay, here's another, like I don't know how he figured it out, but like when I have a contraction, he'll prepare me for it because he could see it on the monitor. And so he was like, all right, here's one. And then he'll try to, coach me through it. Sometimes I ain't want to hear it. He's talking about breathe. I'm like, shut up. Leave me alone. I'm doing, I'm trying. This is how I have to do it, But, he was really a really, really big help. And so when I needed to go to the bathroom, I had like a lot of things hooked up to me. So, he had to unplug. He had to unplug some things with the machine to help me go to the bathroom, and then plug me back up, help me in the bed. Y'all, that pain is like, who was gonna go natural? I was crazy to think that. I have a high pain tolerance, but that's beyond me. Like, she was like, you want some medicine? At first I was like, no, I'm good. She came back. I said, whatever you got. Whatever it is, give it to me. Give me the strong stuff. She was like, so then, by 12 o'clock p.m., mind you, I got induced at 12 a.m. One of the nurses checked me to see how far dilated I was. And she said that I was 5 centimeters dilated. So, you know what they did? They took out the thing that helped me dilate. And, I was chilling. I think at that point, I was able to eat or something. I can't remember. Was I? I don't think so. I can't remember. But, I was chilling. I was still having my contractions, but it was okay. So then the doctor came back and checked me like a few hours later and was like, you're still at 1. Y'all, I was so like like mad and just like, what? But she said that I was okay. Like, so she was like, you know what we gotta do? We gotta, get this process going and blah, blah, blah. So they was monitoring him, monitoring me. He kept on moving, so he was giving them a hard time. Like, Cairo was giving them a run for their money, honey, okay? Like, he was just moving. Every time they would adjust him on the monitor, he'll move on the other side. Like, he was just, then I was moving too because I was uncomfortable, but he was really giving them a hard time. And so, yeah. So then when they found out that I was still at just 1 centimeter dilated, they was like, all right, we got to do this. You got to use this peanut ball to, get you dilated. So they had to, angle me so I could, just get everything going. Then they broke my water. And y'all, that thing was so uncomfortable. Mind you, I'm in and out because at this point, I had got the epidural. Because I was like, I can't do it no more. And I was just like in and out. I was like, can I change positions? Can I get on all fours? Like, what can I do? They was like, why you want to get on all fours, sweetie? And I'm just like, gravity? I don't know. So I was just like, let's do something else. And then at the same time, I'm like, I have to use the bathroom. But really, I didn't have to use the bathroom. It was the pressure of his head. And so it was just mad uncomfortable. And, his dad trying to be all nice and stuff. I'm like, out my face. Out my face. Like, And so, they was all just still being nice. Like, I probably cracked a few jokes, but y'all, So then, we start to get closer. I'm dilating and everything. And then they had to switch a different monitor because the thing they put around your belly, at that point, it can start to really agitate your back, and it's just like putting, pressure everywhere, and it's uncomfortable. And so I'm just like, can we do something else? And so then they try to do like a different kind where I think it's like a Bluetooth that monitors his heart rate. And they was having difficulties with that. So it had to go back to it. And then they was just like, look, a few hours went by. They came back. They was like, you're not progressing. He's actually in distress. So we need to do a emergency C-section. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I was like, do what you have to do. Just do what you have to do. And like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, they moved so fast. They woke his dad up. It was like, pack up everything, round it up. They was getting me ready. Like, they was moving so fast. And so they explained everything to me. Like I say, y'all, they was like extremely nice. Like, I love nice people. Like they love their job. That's how you could feel that. Like, how you just like, I ain't make you work here. No, I didn't get that from nobody, like, whatsoever. Like, I really had some really nice nurses and the doctors. And I was actually really scared to give birth in a hospital just because, Black women, we get treated differently. But y'all, there was just, I had different people, different races on my team, and they was amazing. So yeah, they started rushing. They just was like, okay, they was like, the dad is gonna go get ready, put the stuff up, scrubbing, well, not scrubbing, you know how they be putting on the suit or whatever. And he was like, we'll prep you and everything, and then we'll allow him to come in. So we heading in there, and the nurse is like, I want to meet this little troublemaker, like, that's giving us a hard time. And I was like, me too, because he would not stay on there. And so then we went in there, and y'all, the anesthesiologist, that guy, he was amazing. Like, helped me through everything. He was like, whatever you feel, let me know. Whatever pain, whatever, like, let me know. And, you know, he's like, I got you. And he was just amazing. Like, helping me. Like, he was really nice. And so, you know, then I'm laid out. I can't do nothing. I can't even feel my legs, y'all. Because remember, I got the epidural. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel nothing below them. But I felt the doctor cut me. Like, start to cut me. And I'm like, hold on. I was like, the dad not here. Where's the dad? Where's the dad? And they was like, he's coming. I was like, but that's not what y'all said. Y'all said y'all was gonna prep me. But at that point, I didn't know that he was like in a stress. Like, I didn't know, like, they had to get in there and get him out. Like, I didn't know that. But at that point, I was just like, y'all are cutting me, but where is his dad? And so it was like, he's coming. And I was like, where is he? I started to cry because I'm just like, he's missing it, I was like, really just like, where is he? I'm in here with everybody else except for him. So, then he came, and I was just like, okay. And so I think right when he came, they pulled him out. And so it was just like, or no. It was a little minute before, because he was actually stuck. He was stuck on my left side. Like, sometimes it's still like a pain right here. But he was like stuck, and I felt the pressure. I felt the tugging. I felt that. Like, it's like, you can't really feel the pain, but you can definitely feel the pressure. And sometimes it was kind of hard to, distinguish between which one you was feeling, because it felt like I was just feeling clear up pain, like I was screaming, and because it hurt, like he was like tugged on there. And so then they pulled him out, and then I heard his cry. Like, you can't see anything because they have the little curtain right there, but you couldn't see anything. But I heard his cry, and I started crying. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, he's okay. And it was like, he's okay. And so yeah, I really hate the fact that I don't know what my baby looked like as soon as he came out. I don't know what nothing looked like down there, because they said we couldn't take pictures. But I'm like, a lot of people take pictures, and during C-sections, and I don't have that moment, on video. I don't have a picture or nothing like that. And so, I mean, it's okay, but it's not okay. You want that picture when your baby first come out, and we didn't get that. So, that part was a little messed up, but it's okay. So then they was like, oh my gosh, he is so cute. And yes, y'all, they brought him over. I was just like, is he okay? They was like, yes, we're cleaning him now. They brought him over, and I was like, how much does he weigh? And it was like, we're checking. And so they brought him over and gave him to his dad, because I couldn't get him, because they're still, closing me back up. And then I'm weak. Like, I can't really do anything. And so they give him to his dad, and I just look over and I see him, and then his dad's just like, he got this, he got that, and I'm just like, oh. And he was like, he definitely got this, like, of yours. And yeah, it was just really nice. Like, it was a really nice moment. And y'all, that was a gorgeous newborn baby. Like, I'm talking about the doctors in there, the nurses in there, they was just like, he is gorgeous. And I was just like, he is. Like, now I know y'all be nervous what y'all baby gonna come out looking like. Cause I know I was. I'm like, I was nervous. Everybody be nervous. Like, I prayed every day, like, Lord, please let me have a beautiful, beautiful baby. A sweet baby. And y'all, he is absolutely that. Like, he is the sweetest baby, the most happiest baby. He hear me talking about him, so, you know, he heard all those compliments. But yeah, y'all, he is just amazing. Like, he really... he's a really, really good baby. And so, yeah. So then it got, you know, they closed me up, then we transferred to the next room. They, you know, gave him, well, they took his blood to make sure he didn't have diabetes because I had gestational. So they had to check his blood sugars to make sure it wasn't passed down to him. And he was good, so we was able to move to our actual room where we was, you know, gonna be at for the recovery. And y'all, every single nurse that came in there was like, oh my gosh, like, that's a beautiful baby. And I was just like, he really, I put like a little peek. But I was just like, he really was like, he still is very beautiful. But when in that moment, I was just like, yes, like, and I'm not just saying that because he's my child. Like, if not, I'm just like, you know, he'd probably have to grow into his looks, you know, that's fine. But no, my baby is very cute. And so, you know, just trying to get him to breastfeed. Y'all, I was not producing a lot. So he started out on that formula that they give you, the already pre-made bottles. He started out on that. My recovery, because I had surgery. It was really hard, you know, trying to sit up and walk. Use it both ways. It was just a lot, y'all. But I would give my props where it is due, and his dad did that. And not a lot of men or guys his age will do half of the stuff that he did for me in the hospital. And I'm gonna tell you that. Not like grown men. Well, I did that either. Like, He did some stuff in there that the nurses was like, you did that? Like, it was like, most of the men don't do that. And so it was like, he really, you know, was taking care of me and helping me. Like, y'all, not being able to use it or even fart or, pass gas, that is the worst feeling ever. Like, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. So, yeah, that was that. So we was there from Monday to Friday. And, you know, it was just a lot. Yes, I did get him circumcised. He got that the day of when we left. They just wanted to make sure I was good and make sure I was able to use it, because that took some time. It took some time for me to walk around. Like, I was just in so much pain, and he was still having contractions. Yeah, the thing that I didn't like every 2 hours, it felt like every hour, somebody come into your room. Hey, I'm here to check this. I'm here to check that. I'm here. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, they didn't care what time. Sorry, no. And then, what else? Oh, the food was nasty. I'm gonna tell you that. It was nasty. And, I don't like watery eggs. And she brought me watery eggs. And I was just like, she was like, oh, you didn't want to eat this? I was like, the eggs was watery. And his dad was like, why would you say that? And I was like, what? They watery eggs. I don't like watery eggs. What you want me to say? And he was like, she was the chef. I was like, no, she was not. He was like, she had on a chef outfit. And I was like, she's a nutritionist. She wasn't a chef. And he was like, you probably hurt her feelings. Well, they watery eggs. I mean, how you gonna get mad at me saying I don't like watery eggs? And so, she brought out another meal, and I wasn't feeling it. And I was just like, you don't have to bring no more. They was like, yeah. And so then later on, the nurse was like, why you turned down the food? I don't want that. And then at the same time, I had no appetite to eat. Like, you really just had surgery. You don't have no appetite to eat after surgery. So I didn't have no appetite to eat nothing. But the thing was, I needed to eat and drink prune juice, and it was giving me laxatives and all of this stuff to use the bathroom, but I couldn't eat. Like, I had no appetite whatsoever. And so, yeah, like, but they was just really nice. It just really, really nice people helping. And it was an experience. Would I do it over again? Yes. Because the pain isn't, a forever pain. So I would definitely do it over again. Just in that moment, you just like, never again. Never. Like, in that moment, don't you dare ask me if I'm having more kids. How would you? So, yeah, I think I'll do a part 2 video about how my recovery went, because I don't want this video to be like over an hour. So yeah, that was my labor and delivery, and we was there for a whole week, and he was almost a Thanksgiving baby, but he wasn't. And yeah, so I insert a few pictures so y'all can see. Like I said, I am so sad that we did not be able to take any pictures when he first came out, at all. So I don't know what my baby looked like when he first came out, but it's okay. So yeah, that's it for this video. See y'all in the next one.